Peggy Bolton. First of all, hey, she's here to stay. Join the winning team. Na, 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 na. Peggy Bolton.
Hello, my name is Peggy. Welcome. If you're new here, subscribe, like, share, join the winning team, and become a beautiful pearl or a handsome gravel. Hi, guys. So, again, I'm outside. I'm at the park. There are people around. They're staring at me, but guess what? I don't care. Because I gotta do this for my beautiful pearls and handsome gravels. So, guys, today I want to talk about my experience with the stalker. This is actually a very serious topic, if you ask me. So, my strategy since I became, you know, since I noticed that a lot of guys started approaching me at a certain age, my strategy has always been to just give out my number when they ask. Because I don't have time to explain how I don't want to give you my number because you're a stranger, and then they're gonna go like, I'm not a stranger, I don't have bad intentions, blah 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 blah. Some go as far as insulting you, calling you names. Some women get hit. Some women even get unalived just for rejecting men who approach them and say they want to get to know them or take their number and all of that. So I don't want any of that. So basically, if a guy approaches me, asks for my number, best believe I'm just going to give it to him because I don't want any trouble. But my plan is always that when they take my number, immediately they call or text me blocked. That's always been my strategy. And it's been like that even when I moved to this country, except for this person. So the story is that one time I was coming back from school, I took the bus, I alighted at the bus stop, and I was walking towards my apartment. Is it an apartment? Yeah, call it whatever. And then right when I was approaching my junction, this Armenian guy approaches me. He's older. He'll be in his 40s from the look of things. He approaches me, immediately starts saying hi. His English is bad, so we are using Google Translate a lot. He asks for my number. He says, oh, he wants to take me on a coffee date. And coffee date is like the most Armenian thing you can ever think of. Every guy who wants to move to you will say, can I take you on a coffee date? I don't even like coffee. I don't even like the taste of coffee. But yeah, so he asked me on a coffee date. I'm like, I just came back from school. I'm tired. So, I'll just give you my number, hoping that when he calls or texts, I'll block him. So, yeah, we parted ways. I get to my apartment and immediately I get inside. He starts calling, dialing, calling. Oh my gosh. Texting. And so I blocked him. He started using another number. I just ignore him. And this goes on for days. I remember one time I was with a colleague, and my colleague is also a medical student, and she had lived in Armenia for a bit longer, so she speaks a bit of Armenian. She took the phone and said, Chair, this is not Peggy, Chair. Nothing stops this guy. So I just decided to ignore him because this happens all the time, when you reject, for some men, when you reject them, they make you a project. A 10-year project, whatever they will do, as long as it takes, their plan is to get you. And so they don't care how long it takes. So I thought nothing of it. Until one day I realized that this guy has actually found my Instagram. Started liking every picture, commenting on every picture, going to my highlights, commenting on everything. I'm like, is this guy crazy? I actually should block him. I should block him. But I thought nothing of it because it's normal. A lot of guys do this. They comment on everything, like everything, just to get your attention. It's cool. But the issue with this guy is that one time I was home alone and I hear a knock on my door. And I was like, who could be knocking on my door? My landlord doesn't come knocking all of a sudden like that. I have no friends around here. So what's going on? I opened the door and it's this guy in front of my door holding a bouquet of flowers. But I don't know you, so why do you appear in front of my door with flowers? It's scary. You are beginning to scare me. Do you want me to report you to the police? It's scary. I don't know you. No, thank you. If I take you, go, no, come back. I was like, how did this guy know where I live? So I'm like, oh my God, all this time that he was talking to me that day when I was on my way from school, he probably knew where I lived. And the thing is that where I lived, it's like apartments, studio apartments. So how did he know which door to knock on? Someone must have told him. And that is just such a security risk. I was so mad. I told my landlord if I see him again, I would have to report to the police. Because what the hell? I didn't tell this guy where I live. How did he know my room? So he comes with a bouquet. We're arguing and all of that. So I started videoing this guy. And when he realized I was videoing, he also started videoing me holding the flowers. I don't know who he's going to show that video to. So when I realized he was videoing me, I just shoved the flower back in his hands and I banged the door. So the next day I realized that he had placed the flower on the handle of my door. I was like, this is crazy. This is really scary because now I'm like, he knows where I live. So I realized that I bump into him every now and then. And where I used to live, my workplace was close by. So I used to walk and I usually do night shifts. So I'll be walking 11:30 p.m. and I'll bump into this guy and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I remember the last time I saw him, he was driving. He saw me, Peggy, come, as you enter his car. I'm like, bro, I said no. And he had this overly confused expression on his face. He was like, why? And I'm confused. Why is this so hard for him to understand that I'm not interested? I think that is Armenian men kind of racism. They feel like so far as you're an African girl or a black person, if they approach you, you should be overly excited and overly flattered to want to be with them. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because he was like, why? I'm like, because I don't want to. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. And it's like, bro. So even though I have moved from that vicinity, I still work at that area. And sometimes in recent times, I've just been too exhausted. I can't do 8-hour shifts at night. So I give out half of my shifts. So I close around like 4 a.m. And there's this 24-hour convenience shop close by. So I'll walk to the shop at 4 a.m. sometimes to get stuff before I get home. And more than a couple of times, I've bumped into him. So around that time, I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm like, I'm scared. What if I bump into this guy again? It's crazy because like I've watched too many murder mystery series and all of that, and this is how it begins. It's scary. I remember when I first spoke about it on my WhatsApp status, a lot of people were like, get a small knife in your bag, get pepper spray. I'm like, whoa, why am I the one to suffer for someone's cuckoo-ness? I don't even know where to get pepper spray. It's unfair that the responsibility has to be on me to protect myself just because some men don't know how to take no for an answer. It's unfair. And at this point, it's frustrating. As I'm speaking to you, yeah, last night, he's found my YouTube and he's commenting on under my videos. And it's like, I was planning on making another video, but I woke up this morning and I realized that I woke up around 5 a.m. and I realized that about an hour ago, he had commented on 2 of my videos, which means at 4 a.m. this guy was watching me commenting. Is that not scary? Is that not worrying? It's weird to me. It's like a few months back, before I started YouTube, I barely posted on my TikTok, and this guy was able to find my TikTok and started commenting on every video, sending me DMs. TikTok too. So right now he's found my TikTok. He's found my Facebook. A couple of days ago, I saw that he was sending me Facebook messages. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. The only place he hasn't found me is Twitter. Why? Commenting, putting emojis everywhere. I'm like, bro, I said no. At this point, it's becoming like it gets to a point. It gets to a point, guy. What's this? And he's finding me on social media and he won't stop, even though I've said no multiple times. So you see how this is kind of different. This is kind of scary. Like literally gets to a point. Like, stop. Bro, if you're watching this video, because you probably will because you found my YouTube, I'm begging you, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay, I said no. Learn how to take no for an answer. And obviously, as you've seen in the video I posted, his English is bad. So I don't know how he's got to understand this. But I see. Chair, no. My minion is so bad. Please stop. I'm worried because, as I said, it's normal for guys to do this, but these guys don't know where I live. And even though I told you already, even though I've moved from the place, I still go there often because of my job. In Ghana, I have people who protect me. I know people. Here, I don't have anybody there. There's a very small African community here, and I barely know anybody. I barely know people I can go and I can run to when I'm in trouble. So I'm alone here. This guy's an Armenian. I don't know. I don't know the laws. I mean, if he does something to me, I don't know whether or not he go scot-free. So, my beautiful pearls, have you ever been in a situation like this? How did you go about it? Because it's like people have so much advice for the victim, but no advice for the perpetrators, the culprits. Guys, my handsome gravels. I know my handsome gravels are not like that, but advise your friends who are like that. I remember when I was in Legon, one time it was whole week, and it was like, a party, all of that. I was walking to my room outside, and a guy tried to stop me, and I just ignored him. This guy started charging at me, and his friends held him back. They're like, like, why do men take no as disrespect? Is it by force? Again, so my beautiful grapples, if you've been through a situation like that, give me advice. What should I do? And I don't want to get pepper spray on. Like, I can't fight. I can only pray. It's unfair, guys. No means no. How many times should I say that? Guys, I don't know what else to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's short. It was short, right? I'm at the park. It's sunny. I woke up so early to come here. My eyes, you can tell from my eyes, I'm tired. Thankfully, school's on break. I took leave from work, so I'm kind of chilling. You like my outfit? Let me show you. Some people are looking at me like, what is this girl doing? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Love you so much. My beautiful pals.